Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to show you a new stitch pattern. This stitch pattern is going to end up being kind of lacy, and it uses a technique of clustering stitches together in a way that kind of resembles the Jasmine Stitch. And I really enjoy it. It's something I kind of made up on my own, and I want to show it to you today. So I've got this lovely paint box cotton aran in slate green, so it's like a dark teal in this cotton. I have my G 4mm hook, and I'm just going to show you what this looks like with this combination. Gauge is not really a factor here. It is just whatever you want to use, but I like the way that it looks with this combination of hook and yarn. So to use this technique, you're going to want to start by making a slip knot and chain 4. Now what you're going to do is start a triple crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, so the first chain that we did, but we're not going to finish it. Okay, we have 1. Now let's do another one. Let's start it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is finish all of these together. So this is kind of like a double or a triple crochet 3 together, but we count these chains as the first one. So now I'm going to yarn over and finish them all together, and it creates this cute little leaf or petal shape. This is the basis of what we're doing. We're literally going to repeat this many, many times. So now I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and do this again. And I like to work into the back of this stitch, so right here, but you can work into it right here as well. It doesn't really affect the look either way, but we're going to work into the 4th chain from the hook again. Start our triple crochet, start another one, and yarn over and draw it through everything. Alright, so that's the repeat that we're doing. And you're going to want to repeat this as many times as you want for the width of your work, and then add 1 more. Again, this is inspired by the Jasmine Stitch, so if you've tried that, you can probably see where this is going. If you haven't tried this, or if you haven't tried the Jasmine Stitch and you work on this, it might make the Jasmine Stitch easier for you. So let's continue doing a few more repeats of what I've shown you so far. Alright, so far I've done 6 of these repeats, so I'm going to create a piece that is 5 wide, and I needed 1 more, because this is kind of like our turning chain. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create another one of these repeats, but we're not going to finish it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and then start 2 triple crochets without finishing them, just like we've been doing. But this is where it gets interesting, and this is where it gets a little bit complicated, and where I think the video is really, really helpful. Instead of closing this, we're going to add 2 more triple crochets, again without finishing them, here, and then we're going to add 2 more here. So we're going back a couple of more sections. I'll start here, and this goes really quickly. Okay, so we've got several loops on our hook now. We've got 5. We're going to go 1 more section over and do 2 more. All right. And with that, you should have 7 chains on your hook. So now that you have all of those, yarn over and draw it through all of them. And let's look at what we've got. We've got like this leaf pattern that goes in all of these different directions. Now, what we're going to do is repeat that exact same step until we get all the way to the end here. So again, we're going to chain 4, which closes this big bundle of stitches off and sets us up for our next one. So start by putting 2 triples here, 2 triples here, and 2 triples here, but you don't close any of them because you close them all together when you're done. So let me show you that one more time. All right, let's finish this. Now you can kind of see the lacy pattern emerging. You won't really see all of it until we do our second full row, but this is looking really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep going 2 more times. We need to do this section 2 more times, and then we'll be all the way at the end because we're going to finish this by working into the very first chain again. All right, there we go again. And now we're just going to do another section where we work from this space, and this space, and we'll be all done with row 2. Alrighty, once you've done your entire row, you can go ahead and close off your last bunch here, and then we're going to chain 4. And all we're going to do for this bookmark is we're going to create a lace section again, this cluster of 3 stitches, and one of them is actually our chains. We're going to do it from here to here to create a point at the end that we'll attach a tassel to. So I'm going to create my triple crochets over here, and then I'm going to do 2, or I might even do 3 over here. You can really do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish with 3 because it's a little bit different. Okay, so when you have, this is 6 loops on your hook now, let's yarn over and finish it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this and chain 1 and then bind off. That's what will give us a really nice point here. And that's our lacy bookmark. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a tassel to go right here. And to do that, I'm just going to use my gauge ruler that I have laying right here. I'm going to just use this side. That'll create a cute little tassel right there. All right, now I've tied my tassel off. I need to cut it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take it off of here. That's really the best thing to do. Right. To attach my tassel, I'm just going to work through this loop that we already have here and grab one of the pieces of yarn that's right here at the top and just tie it off with a knot like so. And now we just have some threads to deal with. So I'm going to take my tapestry needle and I'm going to weave in all of these, but we really don't have to weave them into our work because we have a tassel. That's what's beautiful about this. So I can take all of these threads that are right here at the end and I can use my tapestry needle and just thread them right through the neck portion of the tassel that we made and thread them right through. Once I do all of them, I'll just trim off the tassel and everything will be hidden, which is a fun way to finish this project. Forgot about this guy over here. Need to weave him in too. There we go, every single end. There we go, guys. You can mess with the tassel more if you want, but I'm gonna stop there for now. And we're all done. Now you have a nice, lacy, beautiful, handmade bookmark that you can give to someone as a quick gift. Thanks for watching.